Hi guys, I am going to take you through a couple of mobility exercises that we often do in class. The first one is for the neck. It's called neck CARS, and I'm sure you've heard me talk about it before, but CARS stands for Controlled Articular Rotations. So basically it's just rotations around a joint so that you can gain a better range of motion. So to begin, I'm going to stand back a little bit. You're just going to keep your hands by your side. Going to take a nice deep breath in, trap that air into your lower abdomen, and keep on breathing, but that just helps you create tension through the rest of your body. You can even make fists with your hands if that helps you to create tension in the rest of your body, and only your neck is going to be moved during this exercise. So to begin, we're going to take our chin to our left shoulder. Right here, you don't have to try to bring your shoulders up to meet your chin or anything like that. Your chin is just going to be facing down towards your shoulder. You're going to hold it there for just a few seconds, and then you're going to tip your chin back, looking up towards the ceiling, and slowly bringing your chin over to your right shoulder. And take a few seconds to pause here, and then slowly bring your chin back down towards your chest. It's all just one big circle that you're creating, and then you'll come right back over to your left shoulder again, and hold there. And then drop your head back nice and slow, looking up at the ceiling, and then bringing your chin back over to your right shoulder and back down to the chest. And you're going to want to do at least 3 rotations in each direction, so we have one more this way. And another thing to remember is that you might feel some popping and hear a little crackling, and that's okay. But what you really want to look out for is if you feel any painful pinching. And then if you do, you're just going to want to kind of bypass that area, so come out of the circle and then just continue if you can. If you keep experiencing pain, of course, stop doing the exercise, but you should be able to just kind of come out of that circle and finish it safely. So now we're going to finish the next 3, but going to the right. So we'll take our chin over to the right, same exact thing, just dropping that head back nice and slow, and bringing your chin over to your right or your left shoulder now. This is all a really slow, controlled movement. And it's great if you're just sitting at a desk all day and you feel like your neck is getting stiff or you're experiencing a little bit of pain or any tension. I like to do it at least 3 times a day, and it definitely helps me feel a little bit better. And go back over to that right shoulder. And here we are on our last one. If you wanted to do 5 rotations each direction, you can do that too. I like to stick with 3 because it's nice, simple, and quick. So the next one that we're going to do is called trunk CARS. So it's just using your upper body. You're going to start by crossing your arms over your chest. And again, you're going to take that nice deep breath, just like we always do. Trap that air into your lower abdomen, creating tension in the rest of your body. Throughout this whole exercise, your hips are going to remain forward. You don't want to try to move your hips because that'll try to help you gain range of motion that you actually don't have, but it'll make you think that you do. So keep those hips facing forward, cross those arms over your chest. We're going to flex forward just slightly, and then we're going to rotate our trunk towards the left, and then drop your left shoulder, opening up the ribs on the right. So once you feel that rib movement, then you're going to come up and just to an upright position again, slightly looking up. And here we're going to drop the right shoulder this time, and then slowly rotate towards your right. So again, your left ribs are opening up this time. And then again, you're just going to flex your trunk forward just slightly, and then rotate over to the left again. So here we are just making just a circular motion again. And I've flexed to the left, and I've opened up my ribs on the right. And then coming back up into that upright position, slightly looking up. And here, I'm dropping my right shoulder, opening up the left, and then rotating more toward the right. And then flexing forward at the trunk. And one more time, rotating to the left, dropping that left shoulder, opening up the right ribs, standing up nice and straight, and again, dropping that right shoulder down, opening up those left ribs, and then rotating toward the right. And coming forward again. This time we're going to reverse it, so we're going to go to the right this time. So rotating again back to the right, dropping the right shoulder, opening up those left ribs, standing upright again, and dropping the left shoulder, rotating towards the left slightly, and then coming forward with the trunk, again over to the right, rotating to the right and dropping that right shoulder, looking up, moving over to the left again, drop your left shoulder, open up those right ribs, and rotate further to the left if you have any extra space to move there, and flex forward with the trunk, moving over to the right once more, and up, drop the left shoulder, rotate towards the left any more if you can, and there you go. You want to do 3 of those each direction. Now we're going to go to our third exercise here, which is the shoulder cars. And we do these a lot in class, so you're going to feel very familiar with them. But I want to just remind you how to do them, walk you through that as well, so you can do it at home and feel comfortable with it. So here we go with the shoulder cars. I'll do it facing this way just so you can see me a little bit better. So again, hands down by your side, take that deep breath, trap that air in your lower abdomen. Only thing that's going to be moving is your arm and your shoulder. So we're going to start with the palm facing in at the side, bring that arm up all the way to the top until you feel that shoulder joint block here. You can't go back anymore, there's resistance. And then at the top, you can't really see my hand very well, but I'm flipping it out. So my palm's facing away from me now, and I'm just going to continue bringing that arm back, and I'm going to end with my palm facing away. So again, we're going to go straight up, raising up that shoulder all the way up. I'm going to see if I can move this back a little bit so that you can see my hand. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. So second rotation, here we go, lifting up. My joint's blocked, so I'm going to flip that palm out and then just continue on back. So it should feel a little challenging. That's good, that's normal. And in with the palm facing away. So we have one more rotation just like this. All the way up. Feel that joint block, flip the palm out. And as you flip this palm, don't just focus on just flipping the palm out. Focus on how it feels in your shoulder as well, because that's also moving as you're flipping the palm out. And then just continue on back. Here, make sure that you're not rotating the rest of your body too. You want to just be using that shoulder. And here we're going to end right here with our palm facing out. And from this position, we're going to move into doing the reverse direction. So to reverse this circle, we do start with the palm facing out, our thumbs pointing back behind us, and then we're just going to lift that arm up, extending back. And here my joint blocks, so I'm just going to let my hand naturally rotate as I lift my arm up. And this is actually where we end right here. And then coming back down, flip that palm out, thumbs pointing back behind me. Joint blocks, let your arm naturally rotate so that you can continue through that circle. And one last time through here. I'll turn this way now just so you can get that visual representation. There's my joint blocking right there. Naturally letting my hand rotate as I continue to bring it up towards the ceiling. Good. And back down. All right, let's do the other arm now. So here we go with our left arm. Gonna raise that arm all the way up till you feel that joint block. Flip the palm out and continue driving your arm back behind you all the way down and end with your palm facing out. And rotation number 2 coming up. With every rotation that we do, we want to fight for further degrees of range of motion. So each rotation should just be a little bit more challenging each time. So here we go. Rotation 2, if you haven't done it yet, flipping that palm out and continuing on back. Good. And last time through this way, flip that palm out and continue on back. Other days, some days are going to be harder than others. My shoulders and my back are really sore, so it's hard for me to do it today. So if it's hurting a little bit more one day than the other, maybe think about what you did the day before. That could be causing that. But if you are sore, this is great for you to continue doing. It'll help you heal better. And then I think we have one more rotation. Good. So now let's reverse that motion. So I'm going to turn this way now just so you can kind of see. Starting with my left hand, my palms facing out, and I'm going to take it back. Feel my joint block here, and then I'll let my hand naturally rotate as I continue up. There we go. Bring it right back down. Feeling some good crackles and pops. It's making my shoulder feel a little bit better today. And I love knowing that it's going to make my shoulders healthier. And one more time. Oh, screen's going dark. One more time here. Palm flipped out, bringing it back. Let that joint block right there. And coming up. Good. Each time trying to make that circle a little bit bigger. Okay, we have one more exercise left. It is scapular shoulder cars. So for this one, we're going to take this upright standing position again. We're going to focus on one arm at a time, one shoulder at a time, and what I really want you to do is not just focus on your shoulder itself, but rather the shoulder blade. So I'm going to turn this way, and hopefully that'll give you guys a better view. We're going to pretend that our hand is glued to our thigh. It's not going anywhere during this whole exercise right here. And basically we're kind of forming a box or a circle with our shoulder blade. So first, to begin, we're going to take this shoulder blade, we're going to bring it forward. These are really small movements, and it might take a little bit of time to get used to it. But I've moved my shoulder blade forward. Now I'm going to lift it up towards my ear, my hand staying glued against my thigh. Bring that shoulder blade back, and then pretend like you're putting it down in your back pocket. So you're bringing that shoulder blade down. So we're going to bring it forward again. Slow and controlled motions here. Up, back towards your spine, and down in your back pocket. Forward, up, down, and back. Oh, I'm sorry, I did back and down. Sometimes the wording can get a little confusing. So now we're going to reverse that. So I already have my shoulder blade down in my back pocket. So I'm going to bring it up, forward, down, and back. Up, forward, down, and back. And up again. Bring that shoulder blade forward, down in your back pocket, and back towards the spine. Good, so now we've reversed that, so we're going to do the other side now. So I'll flip sides. Here we go again. We're going forward with that shoulder blade, lifting it up towards your ear, back toward your spine, and then down in your back pocket. Forward, up to the ear, back towards your spine, down in your back pocket. Forward, up, back, and down. Good. So to reverse that again, put that shoulder blade back into your back pocket. Bring it up towards your ear. Bring it forward and down. Back toward the spine. Up, forward, down. Back, up, forward, and down. Great job. This also helps if you have tension in your neck. So if you're feeling like your neck's uncomfortable, I would have you do neck cars and scapular cars. So these 4 are a really great foundation for getting better mobility. I'm going to continue making more videos so that we can even work on our hips, our ankles, our knees even. So more videos to come, but I hope these are helpful, and if you have any questions, just let me know.